process right now of manifesting soul time with this full moon in Scorpio. You're working with your sacral chakra here. The soul time is connected to innocence and love, and the restoration of love between divine feminine and masculine. And what is happening on this planet is a restoration of pleasure. It's totally honoring what this is in a sacred way, because how was a baby made, right? This is putting the sacredness back in the connection. This is putting the sacredness back in the love. This is healing from lust, okay? This is healing from lust. Because we know when you're acting in a lustful way, you are pleasure seeking. And there's no judgment on this, right? Because everybody's at a different degree. Well, you can judge it if you want to judge it, right? You can do whatever you want to do. That's where you actually have choice. That's where actually free will exists. And the more you heal, the more that you can access that free will. But just remember, free will is interesting because we are in a frequency war. So there are certain things that you understand, well, you want to do them, but you just can't do them. Like, you'll get up to go and do them every day. You want to do them. You want to do this. You want to do that. And it feels so hard to do. You're like, you're fighting against your free will. That's because you have been living in a prison of your basic necessities, your basic needs, and understanding that there is something feeding from your energy, feeding from life here. This is all we've been talking about for the last little bit here, is having gnosis, waking up to what this is, and you taking your energy back, you taking your power back. You're taking your power back through your light body. You are a sovereign being. So first off, you must understand that you are a sovereign being. You have to decide now to exit this prison. But you've learned something. So you have to take what you've learned in this prison and use this knowledge to your advantage to free yourself from it. And what you're asking right now to do is, there's been some sort of revelation of what lust is and what is controlling this world with this frequency war, and that is connected to the unseen world. Now, the unseen world is connected to the moon, because if you study ancient information, ancient texts, which label, like masculine label you want to put on it, word, but if you're studying the ancient drawings, the sun and moon are one, okay? And it's understanding that that the sun and moon are one, that the moon is connected to the unseen worlds, okay? What is unseen? And the sun is what is seen, what is illuminated. And they are one. In ancient drawings and texts, the sun and moon are one. And it's not to fear the moon. We're not gonna fear anything. We're light workers. Love is the kryptonite. There is positive in every negative and a negative in every positive. This world, it's seeing through this illusion and becoming whole. So the moon is connected to the unseen world, creating this one with the sun. And there is this understanding now of how to free yourself from this prison that you're trapped in. And you're literally trapped in hell, right? A prison of hell, which is connected to your lower worlds here. That's being stuck in your lower world and being trapped within a prison of your basic needs and necessities. And that's what these evil forces want to do. That's their mission. That's what they've been doing. They've been keeping us confused and in separation and not looking within the right spaces and places. But now you are doing that. You are looking within yourself. You're understanding this. You've untwisted it. You're now understanding this from within yourself now to without yourself. In the first half of your life, you were understanding how you could relate to your environment without yourself to within yourself. But it's like now for the next half of your life, writing out your life, you know, now you know you're good. You're living your life within you and expanding into your environment without you. But remember, you're always in alchemy with both. But it's just being conscious to this. It's having an awareness. So now you're going to escape this prison, but you have to use the information in here because you are working with the unseen realms, the unseen world. Okay? Well, let's do it like that. Let's to make this make sense and to be able to speak about this, because we're articulating what is inarticulable, unarticulable, whichever fucking word that is. We'll say the unseen realms, but the unseen world, creating this world, okay? So now you have to use this information that you have gained being trapped in hell, being trapped within your lower world. But see, you've had gnosis. You understand you're trapped in a prison of your desires. They've been turned against you. Now let's use another example, because this examples come up much within the collective. It's part of the twin flame path and journey, okay? We have the energy of the karmic, okay? What is called the karmic within the collective, and we're gonna do a massive heal with that today. Is healing with this experience, because now remember, even love has been turned against you. Even love has been turned against you in order to siphon your energy. Connection. And it's being able to see this. And we're not even going to look at this words. This is just okay, there's more than one lady in the picture here. And, you know, we can look at it as divine feminine, the karmic. We can add this girl in here too. We can look at this as divine feminine. And this is the karmic. And this is repairing the authentic connection of the mission and understanding the mission. Okay? So there is purpose to the karmic relationship. God puts nothing to waste. There's purpose to everything. But it's seeing through this illusion and understanding that you're trapped in this prison of your desires. But as you see through this illusion, and you're going to move this energy out of your lower world into your upper world, as you've had gnosis, in the process of having gnosis and communing with God in your pineal gland, and all the things that you do to work with your light body in order to achieve this. And there's many things. Fasting is one of them. And eating whole foods. Don't eat ultra-processed foods. Learn how to take care of your pineal gland. Care about your pineal gland. For as much time as you spend scrolling on your phone, research how do you take care of your endocrine system. And remember, it's a frequency war, so you're going to want to be on your phone more than you're going to be looking up how to take care of your pineal gland. And guess what? You're going to want to be doing the things to destroy your pineal gland more than you're going to want to do to take care of it, because it's a frequency war. See through that illusion. Put your pain here. Everything has a slot for it in creation. Untwist it and put the pieces back. Look, put the pieces of the puzzle back together. That's what this experience has been. This whole entire experience of pain and hell and suffering is to put the pieces of the puzzle together in the right way, in your way, from within to without, with God. And for you to put those pieces of the puzzle back together and use your pain, your struggles, to motivate you to do the work, to be disciplined, and to then remember to put the nurture back in the discipline, because your whole mom is here too. And Mother Matter wants you to nurture yourself, not just discipline yourself, but nurture yourself while you discipline yourself. So there's something to be learned from this experience. And masculine, you have feminine within you, feminine principles. Feminine, you have masculine principles within you as well. We're all playing this out to different degrees within ourselves, but within the templates in the collective, you hear this all the time. And it is being able to recognize. So first off, what's different within a karmic relationship? And I really even dislike these words right now, but that's also because I'm healing on this journey as well. And we're just gonna heal with what this is, right? So the karmic lover is connected to the programs, the artificial programs, okay? And it's like a lot of people you hear within the collective, it's like, oh, God would never break up a marriage. God would never do that. Yes, God would. Listen, it's seeing through that illusion. There are so many arranged marriages. There's so many fake marriages. There's so many unhealthy marriages where people are using marriage, again, to do destructive things, to do codependent things. This is a miraculous total heal from codependency. It's like, look, in order to evolve divine feminine and masculine, in order for them to evolve the species, codependency has to go, and divine feminine had to go first, and go in separation with divine masculine and be alone with God. And that is hard as fuck, because that goes against her essence, that goes against her grain, that goes against everything. But it's a part of this lustful illusion, because God puts nothing to waste, and divine feminine is getting strong. She's getting strong as fuck. She's getting strong without divine masculine. She's hanging out with God. She's restoring innocence. She's restoring pleasure within herself with God and understanding this. She's holding the line. And she understands why to heal with the karmic. Because it's one love. It's like divine feminine has looked within herself and sees the connection to the karmics, other relationships. It's a one love. She sees, it's like she could literally look at the reflection of, you know, this karmic relationship as herself. Like she can look within the eyes of the woman and see herself reflected back. There's some sort of universal love. There's some sort of universal principle honored here. And then understanding that you are in a prison of your basic desires turned against you in order to practice one love and heal and expand. So divine feminine sees this. And so divine feminine pulls back her charge and she just hangs out with God. And she's doing work with God. She's restoring innocence with God. She's holding universal love. She's holding the line. She's being without her masculine. It is painful, but there is purpose to this pain, because this is what's making divine feminine so strong in understanding her mission. And right now, there is a connection to generosity between the feminine energies, okay, the feminines. Because this is what's going to create the happy homes and build the golden ages. And to understand, like, you, if you are here resonating with this message and you know you're here for purpose, that you are a builder of the golden ages. And to understand what this means, this is some hard work. This looks like this. This looks like this and rebuilding. Oh, it looks like this, right? Like this and rebuilding. Like it's an activation to restore what is sacred and to protect innocence, to protect our people, to protect life, to escape from this prison, and to learn how to work with your light body and heal with your pineal gland and commune with God. And like this is definitely courageous work. Look, this work, it takes courage. It takes courage, okay? And it takes courage to practice all this love. Remember, love is the kryptonite. They want us in separation. They want us hating each other. They want the feminine hating the feminine. They want the masculine hating the masculine. They want the masculine hating the feminine hating the masculine. They want to keep us in separation. But it's time for us to come together. It's time for us to come together. And divine feminine has seen this, because this is about the children and the mission and life. Okay? And generosity. And it's going first. It's not taking before you give. It's giving before you take. And something is restored here. But remember, divine feminine is not a doormat. This is not being a doormat, and this isn't being like devouring mother bullshit. This is holding space. This is being with God. This is just so deep. If you are resonating with this message, you know what this is. And if you need more clarification, pray to God and get your answers. Because what has been activated was something of dark is now expanding with what is light. And remember, heal with dark. We've been talking about this a lot too. There's degrees of dark. There's beautiful dark. There's like middle of the road, mediocre dark. And then there's what's evil. And that is twisted. So something totally gets untwisted in love here. Because divine masculine also wakes up through this experience to because the love that he has for divine feminine, it's of God, and it's not of this world. It doesn't fit into these programs. Like, you hear people say, oh, well, it's an alignment. You have to be careful with what alignment means. Alignment does not mean fitting into the programs. And I apologize for my bitchy tone. I apologize for that. Let me do better here. These are some hard messages to say, but we're going to get them out and do it with a little high vibe twist. Okay, so the love that divine masculine feels with divine feminine does not fit into the programs. It goes against the programs, and that's something that he needs to wake up to. He needs to wake up to where he is stuck in these artificial programs, and where he gives a fuck about what these artificial programs think and feel and where they're siphoning. And he has to get totally authentic now with God. And it's about being in alignment. It's about being in alignment with God and what is true. It's not being in alignment with the artificial programs running everything and stealing your energy. It's not building there. If you're a builder of this new world, you are taking your energy back. You're taking your energy back through the power of you. You are a sovereign being. This is your choice. This is where your choice exists. But you're going to have to use all this pain and all this struggle and all this frustration to get you to where you're going. And to be disciplined with nurture. To nurture the discipline. To nurture the structure. But to still do the things that you know you need to do. So the masculine is waking up to his love for the feminine. And seeing that the masculine sees that the feminine loves him beyond the programs, okay? And that there is some sort of restoration to pleasure here, because divine feminine and masculine show up with their inner children. There's a level of innocence restored within this connection, which is part of the pleasure, which makes it sacred. And it also doesn't make it make sense within these programs. It's not supposed to make sense within these programs. It's of what is true. It's of what is God. It's not from the artificial world bullshit. It's from what is true. It's God-given. And there's some sort of bridge, because remember, we talked about this last time we met up. That remember, it's happening through the dark. Where's the priestess there? Look, it's happening through the dark, right? It goes from dark to light, from negative to positive, through some sort of, like, this is unseen to seen. This is sacred knowledge for you of love and connection. And remember, look, the children are here. Something's gonna be birthed from this egg of this connection, because this soul time is healing the world. It's raising the vibration of planet Earth right now. We greatly need that. You can see that without, right? So now, because of this, forward movement is restored here. The tension restored, the motion. Something had to be seen, right? And what was seen was oppression and disappointment. And this builds the bridge. This builds the bridge from the 5 of Cups to the 6 of Cups, from sorrows to this pleasure, right? This pleasure right here. And an activation of wealth. But this wealth is with the earth. And get to grounding, get to connecting with nature, get back to the mission. This is saving life. And you're saving life through a connection to restoration of innocence within yourself. Let's see what's officially being activated with the Moon Oracle. Last time it was your confidence. Get your confidence back in your magic through a totally negative, batshit, down the rabbit hole, crazy experience. And remember, now that's giving you total permission to be your batshit, crazy, authentic self, tempered. Remember, you're great. Your lunacy is your great genius. You're gonna temper your monster now. Okay, nurture the structure. You've been joining in for these last few messages. You know what we're talking about with your monster. And seeing through that illusion, right? These evil forces don't want you to be whole. They think that the light is just going to come all up in here and save the world. You have to be whole. You need your monster. You need your lower self. Look, this is about from heaven to hell, through the middle world, through the center gauge, through the heart. Connect the negative to the positive. Be whole. See through this illusion. You need your monster. Your shadow, that's where you do shadow work and integrate your monster, integrate your lower self, integrate your demon self with your higher self, with your angel self, with the light, okay? Through your heart, through the center gauge. And they don't want you to know that because they don't want you to be whole. Those evil motherfuckers. Look, a bridge is being built. There's the bridge. There's a bridge. And there is a connection to Lion's Gate. Okay, connection to Lion's Gate right there. And I was channeling that before we started and forgot to mention it. So good thing God did it. Okay, the wheel. We'll check it off. Read off here. We got good networking. All right. So, two almost identical brown-clad figures stand facing one another, each with one hand reaching forward, but not quite touching the other. Behind the figures, the moon is depicted as a wheel. The spokes of the wheel are helmeted heads spinning in an anti-clockwise direction. Now, when it spins in an anti-clockwise direction, that is speeding. That's how you use your light body. So you're gonna turn to activate with your light body and use your light body counterclockwise. Remember, it's an inverted world. So you're actually traveling somewhere with your light body. Now look at these two figures. Like, remember, your twin is you. You are your twin. Like, see through that illusion. You are your twin within and manifest what's happening without. Okay, it goes right here. It's perfect within the vice versa tarot, within the Ace of Cups, right? It's like you're doing this work within you. You're getting well. Okay, you're literally getting well within this well. Connection to working with a mother. Do salt baths. Baths get in contact with the mother. The mother has so much to teach you. Channel with the mother. Learn to channel with the mother. We can even get into this channel if you want to. We could talk about channeling with the mother in the bathtub if you want to get into that further. But anyways, total side note here. So look, you're getting well. Your twin is you. Ba-bam. What's that? And remember, this is unknown. It's a surprise. It's a gift from God. This is not having everything figured out and like, oh, I know everything. I'm all-knowing. No, God is all-knowing. You're not all-knowing. You're in getting comfortable loving the unknown, okay? So, boop-boo-da-boop-boo. Mercury, the planet of communication in the excitable and sharp thinking sign of Gemini, the sign of the lovers. As a result, Saturn takes on a less, what the frick is this? Austere quality than usual? Whoa, I'll have to look up what that word means. Influenced by the rather lightweight planet Mercury. And at the same time enhances the staying power of Mercury. Fucking Saturn and all these limitations and all this bullshit. But remember, get happy. This is getting happy in the negative. The devil has something to teach you. The negative has something to teach you. The bullshit has something to teach you. That's how you're escaping this prison. And remember, complaining keeps you in a lower vibrational state. try your hardest to use your negatives as energy. Think about it. It's like, stop being human for a second and just look at everything as energies playing out. That's what karma is at the end of the ending anyways. It's energies playing out, good and bad, this and that, positive and negative, which words you want to put on it. And use use your bullshit as fuel to create with. That's how you're escaping this prison and getting all this energy up there. You got to use your struggles to do this work. That's what they're for. So you have the ability to make good connections. Isn't that interesting? Look, you have the ability to make good connections. What are we here for? We're here to get connecting, okay? That's how we joined in today, okay? And endeavors, look. And we know that this is about a creative endeavor. It's the card. I don't know if we shared it yet, but that's the event. We talked about this last time. This soul time is connected to a creative endeavor between divine feminine and masculine, okay? That is going to help heal the world, to help save life. It's part of the mission right now. Look, it's needed. So we have two connections. We have connection, right? Which is a number 9. It's wish fulfillment. The 9 of Cups is a creative endeavor, which is a harmony. This harmony is going to heal the distortion within the element of air. Working with, of course, the cups, right? The King and Queen of Cups. Because this is a Scorpio moon with a 5-5 portal. And change. Look, there's change happening here within the cups. And remember, right? You're getting well within yourself, working with the mother, working with the water. And that's about emotional intelligence. As the masculine expands because of all this work that the feminine is doing, the masculine is going to do it. And remember, they're one anyways. Look, we're all one. And divine feminine and masculine are literally one. So I dedicate myself to what I believe in. There's a dedication to protecting life, the restoration of innocence, restoring sacred love, restoring connection, restoring what is of God. It's of God. Like, this is authentic. This is not feeding those artificial programs anymore. The sacredness has been restored back in the connection by what you believe in. And this is about what you believe in. And then this goes back to doing this work within yourself, not doing this work without yourself. Like, laser focusing on your person. This is laser focusing within yourself, doing that work with expanding within the cup and expanding with your light body and doing the mission and all the stuff we've talked about and getting well. So where are you going? Where are you going? You're learning how to adapt within the element of air. Okay, you're definitely learning how to adapt within the element of air. That's for sure. This is about adaptability. Wisdom and birth. Experience and failure lead to wisdom. Apply wisdom to a present situation. Learn from the spirit world and its collective knowledge. That's that disappointment and oppression, right? What do you need to nurture and or develop? In what ways do you feel vulnerable? Are you feeling overwhelmed by responsibility? This is that nurturing of the experience now. This is nurturing the structure, right? You have to nurture this experience that you just went through. And remember, it's connected to innocence and love. There it is right there. Your relationship with yourself and others needs reassessing. Open up to love. Loving others by unblocking negativity. Embrace love without fear and make it unconditional. And this is now where it's getting a little bit tricky, because divine feminine is being asked to apply universal love to a karmic situation and to heal with some of the labels there. This is where we're going to heal with some of the labels and do some universal love stuff. But then divine feminine still has to honor why she is here and why she loves divine masculine. And that matters too. Like, it's being able to hold the whole picture within yourself and to expand off it and to not live in separation, and for things to go from hard to being easy, because you're learning to use what's hard to make things easier. It's the paradox. Okay, and something has been activated with your intuition within your relationships, okay? Look at what areas in your life need decisive action. Search your heart for the right answers. Listen to the messages that come from your intuition and follow through within your relationships, okay? New partnerships are coming your way. Reassess present relationships and leave behind those that do not support you. Be clear what you're committing to. So this is divine feminine, like meeting a whole new person, or the masculine coming back transformed from what he has seen. But that, again, too, that doesn't matter, because that's not how you're building this bridge. You're building this bridge from within to without. And remember, it is through a change. So here's death. What parts of you or your habits need changing? How do you feel disconnected with yourself and others? Have you been neglecting your physical or emotional health? Remember, you got to see something back within here with yourself. You're being asked now to go back and to see something here within yourself that's connected to this bridge and restoring pleasure. And this is where we'll start off next time we meet up. Until then, much love. You know I'm sending it to you. Those good healing vibes. I look forward to seeing you then when we expand. Until then, take care.